What's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. There were two new cards revealed earlier today, two quite good cards, especially the Exceed one, what is it called, Dingirsu? A new, Orcust Exceed, Orcust boss monster I guess, and a new Magnite monster, a new Magnite Link monster, which is fine, but it's currently outclassed by most other, Link 4 Link monsters, right? So, I'm not really sure, it's definitely a good card. It's very similar to, it has like a crystal wing effect, boosting up attack, etc. But it's okay. I'm not really sure if in today's format we have the space for it in the extra deck, right? So the Link 4 Crusadia Estron, I believe the name is. I guess it's fine, but big ass boss here. I mean, this card is so insane. Your Orcust Dingirsu, the new Exceed, you can just special summon it by using 2 level 8 monsters, but I guess you're never going to use that, since Konami decided to give this card the Zodiac treatment, as in basically a 1 card Exceed summon. Here in this case you need to control, or you can special summon it, or well, Exceed summon it from your extra deck by using 1 Link monster on the field, and that Link monster needs to be an Orcust monster. And you know how Orcust works, I mean, just a generic dark type deck that works well with like one of the best strategies in today's format being Danger, Dark Warrior, Turbo, Shenanigans, you know the deck, right? I mean, it's getting old, but it's just so effective in today's format, and Orcust needs that, the draw engine of Danger, needs like the dark support from the Phantom Knights, the PKs, since there is the possibility of main decking Calamities, True King of all Calamities, if you're also playing the rank up spell card for Phantom Knights, and then, you know, if you're level 8 or rank 8 Exceed, your Orcust Exceed doesn't have any materials, you can just rank it up for Calamities if I'm not mistaken. So that's good, but again, the extra deck is so tight, you definitely don't have the space for that, right? Again, a couple of examples, I mean, they're pretty short, the deck speaks for itself, right? It's basically the good old Dark Warrior stuff that we all know, so it's the shenanigans we're used to of the deck, right? I mean, it's 60 cards, I've started with like 44, 45 cards, put it up to 50 cards, but I mean, the main go-to card is of course level 4 Orcust. The level 4 Orcust, as you know, special summon something from the deck, and that gets your ball, at least that gets the ball rolling. And this deck, the PKs, the Danger cards, the Orcust cards, everything goes so well together. You're building up your field, and now, because of your Dingirsu, you are able, and this is one of the, like, one of those few options, or gazillion options, of ending with Gumblar and at the same time opening up the extra monster, or you know, the extra zone needed to trigger Gumblar during your opponent's turn. Just now, thanks to your Dingirsu, you can just put it in your extra monster zone, free up a monster zone, and then Gumblar your opponent again. I mean, I guess it's just a matter of time that Gumblar will get the X as well. I mean, this is not fun, right? Gumblar for 5, or well, yeah, Gumblar for 4, and the Aqua Dolphin as well. It's just, this is not fun. Again, it's just BS, right? But again, it's just to showcase this this new Orcust card. And then the effects is something that I haven't mentioned yet, it has 2 possible effects. As soon as it's like a special summon, it doesn't really matter from where, from your extra deck, it can be special summoned from your banished pile, from your graveyard as well, with level 3 Orcust, you know how the archetype works. And then every time when it's special summoned, you can use its effect, and that's either send 1 card from your opponent to the graveyard, so that can be backward, can be a monster card. I also believe it doesn't target, so, well, basically, very similar. No, it's not Unicorn, but you know what I mean, right? Just target any card on the field, just send it to the graveyard, so it can easily bypass something like, as you see with the Thunder Colossus, right? Just send it to the graveyard and they're not able to use the protection effect. Speaking of protection effect, your Orcust Exceed also has the Zen mains effect, is that, and not including or not focused on Zen mains only, is that when any card on the field is destroyed, or cards getting destroyed, you can just detach something from your Dingirsu, and then those cards are protected against some insane protection effect. The second effect of Dingirsu is that when it's special summoned, you know, you can either send one card, I believe, on the field or from your opponent to the graveyard, or, and that's good, especially for the Orcust archetype, is target one of your banished Orcust monsters or machine types or Orcust monsters and attach them, or attach at least one of those to the Exceed materials of your your rank 8 Exceed. So again, quite good, giving you the extra material, and basically, well, during both players' turns, but I guess during your opponent's turn most importantly, it's just basically a Zen mains giving you extra protection. Crazy card, I mean, the fact that it can be reborn as well, and it can so easily be special summoned by just, you know, like Zodiacs going for your 1 card Exceed summon, since it's just child's play of getting an Orphicle or, you know, an Orcust Link monster on your side of the field, because the deck is so good at gaining and maintaining or keep getting your resources, or keep your resources at a good amount. And even then, if your opponent is able to get rid of your field, I mean, looking at the Ring Dragon of Ra or something like that, this deck is very similar to, I guess, Salmon Great. Can I make that reference or comparison? Is that I just want to say that this deck is it's very easy for Orcust to get back your field. I mean, the only card you basically need is your level 4, and because of, you know, those new level 7 and level 8 cards that are here in the main deck as well. I forgot their names. The one is the Nightmare, the Orcust level 7 with the Foolish Burial effect, and then you have the level 8, I believe, that you can just banish from your grave and then special summon something from your banished pile. You know which one I mean, the Nightmare, the Orcust cards, again, solid cards as well, and things just go together. I mean, it's just mind-blowing how crazy good this deck is, especially going second. I mean, going second, giving you the extra card. Your opponent, of course, 1 card less than you due to the draw phase, and the 6th card makes it a little bit easier to play around your opponent's hand traps, right? Impermanence, Ash Blossom or something like that. Key card to go to your main card, number 1, is your level 4, and then it gets the ball rolling, sending like the level 7, the level 8 to the graveyard, basically building up your machine types in both grave and banished pile to fuel your link monsters and keep the ball rolling, keep your engine going. Here, make a small mistake. I don't think I was able to attack for a game, but I eventually opted to go for Gumblar, well, obviously to rip 2 cards from my opponent's hand, and that's what I thought is, you know, using the field spell to play during my opponent's turn. But Call by the Grave, luckily, I remember tried Call by the Grave, it does work 1 turn extra, right? So I wasn't able to use level 4. And that's something I haven't mentioned yet, this new Exceed monster is a solid boss. It's definitely a very, very good card, since it's so easy to get on the field with a solid effect, once per turn, very easy to reborn, right? But the fact that Orcust can play during your opponent's turn as well, thanks to the field spell, it gives Orcust like definitely the potential to be a solid top tier deck. There are of course you know, like good hand traps or good cards against the deck, DD Crow, Call by the Grave for example, but still, it's definitely a very solid deck, a fun deck I guess. But I mean, you know, this strategy, it's getting old, right? I hope that Gumblar is getting banned soon, and a couple of other cards as well. Maybe Danger getting some limitations or something like that. Isolde, I mean, this is not a ban list discussion, but you know what I mean, right? It's basically the same to go-to strategy of Danger, Phantom Knights, PK, your PK Link, Dark Warrior Engine. I mean, everything just goes together, and I want to showcase these new Orcust monsters, or this new Orcust boss monster, at its fullest potential, and I think this is definitely one of the better ways. So like always, feel free to leave suggestions. I prefer 60 cards, basically, you know, like because of the equips, just using Isolde at its fullest force, I guess, right? But the main deck definitely needs work, the extra deck definitely needs work, beginning of the end, card destruction, the rank up spell card for Phantom Knights, definitely an option, Allure maybe if you find the space, Calamities in your extra deck, if I'm not mistaken you can do that, right, with the PK rank up card. So those are all definitely options, but again, as I mentioned before, feel free like to leave suggestions. And the new Mech Knight, I guess if you find the space you can definitely use that, because it's quite generic, but I don't think it's worth the space. If there would like not be a so hard limit of 15 cards in your extra deck, or like 20 or 25, you can definitely fit it in there, but nope. I don't think you have the space to fit in that new Nektonite Link 4. Okay, I guess that's it, guys. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.